Prothean.
That's correct, Admiral. But he's not quite what we expected.
Commander, our scientists barely understand what they need to do here. If the Prothean can help us construct this device, we need his cooperation.
Understood, Admiral.
We're losing colonies faster than we can evacuate. We've never seen a force like the Reapers.
He has, Admiral.
Can he help us?
I intend to find out.
Good. Cerberus slipped up and gave us a new weapon. Don't let it go to waste. Hack it out.
Shepard, I need you down in the port cargo hold. It's about our new guest.
I'm on my way. What's the problem?
I've tried to make the room more accommodating, but they're not letting me talk to him.
Apologies, Doctor. Contact protocol with a new species. Assume hostility. We had to dust off the regulations.
But he's not new. I've spent my life studying Protheans.
He looks evil and all that stuff, but I think we can trust him.
At ease. I don't think our guest will be a problem. Will he?
That depends on you. I can sense fear in you, anxiety and distress. The Reapers are winning.
What do you mean, you sense?
All life provides clues for those who can read them. It is in your cells, your DNA. Experience is a biological marker.
Then what exactly did I experience back on Eden Prime? That was a hell of a flashback.
The battle left its own mark on me. I communicated this to you. It can work both ways.
Like your beacons.
Prothean.
What if they didn't want to?
They weren't given a choice.
Are you saying you enslaved the other species?
Any could oppose us if they wished. And if they had won, they would have ruled. Many tried. None succeeded.
I had no idea Protheans were so... severe.
It was by necessity. Very early we encountered the dangers posed by machine intelligence. They rebelled against us.
We've had the same problem. They're called Geth.
We could not allow the machines to surpass us. It was decided the only way to win was to unite all organic life within our empire.
Did it work?
No.
For a time. The Metacon War. We were turning the tide. Until the Reapers arrived. Then we understood machines had surpassed us long ago, in ways we could never imagine.
Back on Eden Prime, it looked like there were other stasis pods. What happened?
The Empire had fallen, and we knew our cycle was lost. We were the final vanguard, the best soldiers left alive.
So more of you were supposed to survive into this cycle?
Yes. Under my leadership, a new Prothean empire would have arisen. We would have commanded the races of your time to prepare for the next Reaper invasion. But traitors within our ranks, indoctrinated agents, betrayed us, and the Reapers discovered our plan.
Just out of curiosity, how would you have commanded us?
By leaving you no other option. You would have joined our army, or faced the Reapers alone.
We've uncovered quite a few Prothean ruins. Were you observing our ancestors?
Before the war, we cultivated species who showed potential. Eventually, you would have been offered a choice to join the Empire. But when the Reapers attacked, we ceased all study. We hoped they would see you as too primitive to harvest.
Well, thank you. I think. What can you tell us about your own war with the Reapers?
Many of the details were lost. The conflict lasted for centuries. Those that faced the Reapers in the beginning were long dead when I was born. There were memory shards, however, passed down from soldier to soldier. They gave us fragments of what happened.
Several years ago, we found a Prothean VI that called itself Vigil on the planet Ilos. He was the caretaker of a research project.
During my life, Ilos was only a rumor. It was said we had cities there, built on the ruins of a civilization before us, the Inusanon. If our scientists did have a research facility, whatever they were doing was secret.
Yes, Vigil said they wiped all traces of themselves from the records so the Reapers couldn't find them.
The scientists eventually went into cryogenic stasis.
More of my people survived?
No, but they did stop the Reapers from taking control of the Citadel in this cycle. It delayed their invasion.
I never saw the Citadel. It was captured long before I was born.
How did your people wage war against the Reapers?
Attrition. We fought them system by system, planet by planet, city by city. Entire worlds were sacrificed just to slow the Reapers down. Time they spent harvesting a population was time we could regroup.
That must have cost you in the long run.
Yes. Our own people would be indoctrinated, converted, then turned against us. But there was no choice. Mercy is not a weapon. It is a weakness.
Why do you think your own cycle lost the war?
What had been our strength, our empire, became a liability. All races conformed to one doctrine, one strategy. The Reapers exploited this. Once they found our weaknesses, we could not adapt. The subservient races became divided and confused. Then, it was only a matter of time.
I'm happy to say our cycle is different. Most races cooperate, but they still remain unique.
Then it may be your only hope.
Thank you for talking with me. I never imagined actually meeting a Prothean.
This has been amusing.
Oh?
To discover the most primitive races of my time now rule the galaxy. The Asari, the humans, the Turians.
There's also the Solarians.
The lizard people evolved.
I believe they're amphibian.
They used to eat flies. Commander, you may count on me. I am known as Javick, though I still need time to recover. The shock has not worn off yet.
I understand. This must be a hell of an experience for you. We're just glad to have you aboard, Javick.
Okay, so we have our third member of the team, or fourth if you count Shepard. Fifth if you want to count Caden.
You have more questions, Commander?
That's all the same stuff.
Nothing more.
Commander.
Here's something I want to bring some attention to. If we were to go over to Journal and jump in the Codex, extinct species.
50,000 years ago, the
Yeah.
only spacefaring.
Look,
50,000 years
shut
ago,
up,
the
dude.
Protheans
Well, anyway,
were the only spacefaring species in the galaxy.
how do I
They
make him
vanished
stop?
in a swift galactic extinction. Only the legacy of their empire remains. They are believed to have built the mass relays and the Citadel, which have allowed numerous species to explore and expand throughout the galaxy. Prothean ruins are found on worlds across the galaxy. While surprisingly intact for their age, functioning examples of Prothean paleotechnology are rare. Time and generations of looters have picked their dead cities and derelict stations clean. Some believe the Protheans meddled in the evolution of younger races. The Hanar homeworld of Kage, for example, shows clear evidence of former Prothean occupation. The presence of a former Prothean observation post on Mars has caused a rebirth of interventionary evolutionists among humans. These individuals believe the god myths of ancient civilizations are misremembered encounters with aliens.
Okay, now that the narrator has silenced, take a look at this picture. Notice he looks nothing like Javick. Clearly not even the same species. So it started making you wonder, like, this was what the picture of what the Protheans looked like back in Mass Effect 1 and 2, even though we didn't ever actually encounter the Prothean. We did encounter statues of Protheans, though. And it looked like this. Now, I can think of two reasons why that would be. One, remember Javick said that there were actually a number of different species that made up the Prothean civilization. There was Prothean, the actual species, which was at the head of it, and a bunch of other species that they called themselves Protheans. I don't think that's actually the reason, though. Remember Javick said on Ilos they were studying the ancient ruins of a civilization that preceded them, probably a civilization that existed in the cycle before them that was wiped out by the Reapers. And you saw statues that looked like this all over the place. I'm thinking this wasn't even a member of the Prothean Empire. This was actually the species that had ruled over the galaxy before the Protheans. And they were wiped out by the Reapers 2 generations ago, 2 cycles ago. It also makes me think there's a possibility that maybe the conduit, which we had thought was a Prothean device, was actually made by these guys. But I don't really have any evidence to back that up. It's just sort of speculation. Let's go see if anyone else has anything to say before I bring this episode to a close. Nah, Adams won't have anything to say. I'm kind of thinking no one will say anything because this mission was actually kind of a sub-mission, not something in the main game.
Hey again. What's up?
What's with you and the nicknames?
It's just my way of remembering people. Some people just don't match their names, you know? So, I just give them a new one.
So, I'm a loco, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty crazy, but the shit you've done makes me look sane.
I take it you and Lieutenant Cortez know each other.
Yeah, Esteban did a stint on Fel Prime where me and my squad were stationed. I caught up with him on Earth a few months back. He's a good guy. Just don't tell him I said so. It'd go to his head.
You got family back on Earth?
Yeah, an uncle. Retired military. Got a few cousins I haven't heard from in a while.
You and your uncle close?
Yeah. He was the reason I joined the Marines and was about the only good thing in my life after my mom died.
No dad?
He's there. Somewhere. But I'm not sure I'd call him family. Not anymore. I would like to find out how my uncle's doing, though.
You had a hard time leaving Earth. You still want to head back?
Hell yeah. But I get it now. It's not where I'd be most useful. Not yet, anyway.
We'll get back there.
I know. And I'll do whatever it takes to get us there, Commander.
Maybe no more shuttle crashes.
No promises now that I've gotten the taste for it. Besides, I like to keep Esteban on his toes.
You mentioned a mission you had against the Collectors. What happened?
Pretty much what I said. Things went foobar, and I was one of the few to make it out. If you want the rest of the story, you're gonna have to get me really drunk, or...
Or what?
That's about it. Sorry, Commander. Just not interested in talking about that. Next topic?
I'll talk to you later.
You bet.
Okay, there we go with that. Jump up to the crew deck, because remember those data packets I picked up earlier. You head over to Liara's little station in here, and what do you know? You can use them.
Dr. Tassoni found useful information.
Remains of Reaper Destroyer. You open that and you have an option, a store discount bonus of 5%, or a power recharge speed of 5%. Being a biotic that likes to carry around a sniper rifle, I'm going to go with that. Besides, as far as money goes, I'm going to have more money than I end up using.
Commander. This terminal contains non-essential correspondence from your allied forces.
This stuff really isn't necessary for you to know. Just, if you want to play the game, go ahead and read it.
How much do you know about this Prothean artifact?
Very little. We're fortunate enough Data survived to piece together the blueprints. Decoding them will require as many specialists as we can find.
It's that high-tech?
I'd have killed for a glimpse of it during graduate school.
You brought your little helper with you?
Its name is Glyph. It helped sort through all the data that led me to the archive on Mars.
It was a pleasure to be of assistance, Doctor.
Glyph's interfaced with the data feeds. Its analytical software should come in handy.
What's been happening with you as the broker, Liara?
It's been
What are you
exciting.
doing?
The old broker's ship? Impressive, but it was never meant to be space-worthy. Which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalaz.
What happened?
I knew he was coming. Farron and I loaded as much of the ship's specialized hardware onto a shuttle as we could. We got away from Cerberus' ships after arranging an appropriate distraction.
What kind of distraction?
What are you doing?
Sending the broker's ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser. I don't think the elusive man expected me to give up my resources in such a spectacular fashion.
Can you still operate as the broker without the ship?
Well, I couldn't let the elusive man have it. I saved what was crucial. My network of agents is intact, although the Reapers have taken a toll on their numbers. It's taking a while to re-establish contact.
So where is Farron if you two escape?
What?
He convinced me he was recovered enough to work, and I do need more agents.
Agent Farron didn't report any injuries during his last call to you, Doctor.
True. Given what he survived, I should probably worry less.
What have you been up to since we last saw each other?
Straighten your head out.
Since you helped me defeat the Shadow Broker, I started looking for defenses against the Reapers. The Protheans were the only ones with substantial information on them. The older civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began crossing paths.
Like on Mars?
I thought I'd covered my tracks, but he had surveillance there all along.
We'll talk later, Liara.
Of course.
Weird bug. Oh, I guess they were looking at Glyph. Well, you know, Shepard was looking to the left. Never mind. Dr. Chocolates is in there. I'm not going to go talk to her right now. Back up to the bridge, and there's one more thing, or no, two more things I want to show you. Here up at the CIC, you can go over and talk to Joker in the front.
Citadel when we were there on leave? You'd never know there was a war on.
They'll know soon enough. All those refugees have to go somewhere.
And back here, remember this whole setup we have back here? Well, remember those things that I picked up while scanning the planets? They'll show up here. The cruiser, Shanghai. See, here it is. The Exploration Flotilla. Anything else? Oh, Eden Prime support. Okay. Eden Prime is free of Cerberus. Fortunately, the Reapers haven't made it there either. We also have the Crucible down here. Prothean data files in the Crucible. And effective military strength is at 74%. 669, which is still well below the minimum strength you need, which would be right here. So, we still got a ways to go before we can end the game. And that would be just minimum strength. Let's go talk to Joker. See if he has anything to say.
Commander Shepard.
I don't know what that is. Maybe some sort of security scan or something. But isn't everybody already on the ship cleared, or... Hell, I don't know.
So a Prothean? A real live Prothean? Has Liara stopped bouncing yet? I'm guessing there may have been some bouncing. Commander?
Oh, okay. That's it. That'll bring an end to this episode. Stay tuned for the next one. We'll head over and try to rescue that Taurian Primarch.